So one day I'm just sitting there, right? I'm sitting there. We was having me and my chick at the time, we were having a fucking argument. And long story short, she cut it off, right? She was like, blase, not trying to do this no more. Okay, right? So as a little bit of time goes on, she said she was done, but she wasn't really done. And at the time I knew that, but I still went ahead and decided to do what I was gonna do. So that happened, and I ended up meeting this new chick, like almost right away. But at the time, she was like, again, I don't want nothing to do with you. Granted, I knew that was bullshit. I knew she was just being emotional, but I still decided to go do what I was gonna do. So long story short, me and this new chick, we go kick it. We go get like tattoos and shit, and we're just kicking it, vibing. We got food and everything else. Now, after that happened, we drove back. Everything was all good. Ended up kicking it at her place for a little bit. We didn't end up doing nothing. We really ended up just like kicking shit and just having a good ass time, right? It almost went there, but she was like, I'm nervous. I like you, and I don't want to come across as this. And my relationships in the past have came across as this, and blase, a bunch of different excuses and shit. So I'm like, nah, okay, it's cool, you're good. You know, I totally get it, I totally understand. So the morning after that, right? We go kick it. We go back to the tattoo spot. I forget why the fuck we went back there, but we end up going back there, and we're driving back. Now on base, I'm pulling up to the base, and out of my peripheral, because I'm driving, out of my peripheral, I end up seeing my ex chick. I end up seeing her car. I was like, okay, this is interesting. So I pull up, scan my ID and shit. Everything's all good. Now, after I scan my shit, I start to drive a little bit further, and I see her like following us. So immediately I look over at the chick, and I was like, we're being followed. And she was like, I saw. So I was like, okay, so I do like some evasive maneuvers and shit. And then I can see that my ex-chick actually is following us. So that happens. And then I park. She like gets out the car on some wild shit and pull back up to the parking lot, to the barracks where we were all staying. Now, I park my car. She's like, it's fucking madness. Right? It's fucking madness. I actually made the mistake of rolling my window down too far. Keep in mind, we're not together, but she's like, again, she was emotional. I knew she didn't mean it. I was just a piece of shit back then. Like, I take full responsibility, full blame for why this happened. I was just a piece of shit back then. However, right, that ends up happening. She's like acting crazy, getting out the car, talking about, get out, give me my shit, this and that. Let me in your place so I can go get my shit. I'm like, all right, cool. Just back up. Trying to de-escalate the situation, right? I made the mistake of rolling down my window too far. Now, I'll never hit a woman. It doesn't matter if she hits me. I'm too fucking big. I'm too fucking strong. Like, I'm 6'1". At the time, I was like 6 foot 290. 6 foot 190. Now I'm 6'1", around 205, 210 with abs and veins and shit. Like, I'm not putting my hands on a woman. I'm just not gonna do it. But again, I made the mistake of rolling my window down too far. She comes in, bing, I'm talking about she fucking rocked my shit. I'm like, oh. I'm like, look at her. The chick the new chick, she was like, Oh my gosh. But she wasn't laughing. She was like, oh my gosh. So that shit ended up happening. Long story short, I roll the window back up, and she ends up like using like the this part of her fist and like almost breaks my fucking window, like almost shatters my window. Like, keep in mind, she's strong as fuck. Like, she's in shape, beautiful. Like, she's strong as shit. So that ended up happening. I told the new chick, "Hey, go, like, get out the car, just go back to your place." And I dealt with the situation from there. I ended up calling base police, and one of the guys asked me, because I didn't call base police directly. I knew who the watch commander was, so I called him because he was one of my mentors. Long story short, me and him, he de-escalates the situation where now I'm out of the car, going to get all her stuff out of the place I was staying, and me and him are talking. He's like, "Yo, you good? Like, do you wanna?" I'm like, "Nah, I don't want to press charges. I love that girl. I love that young lady, man. Like, and she was older than me, but not that matters. But oh man, we're fucking talking. And he's like, "Yo, come on now. You knew she didn't mean it." But in my mind back then, I was like, "Nah, fuck that chick. Fuck her. This not." I was very mentally weak back then. So, and again, I'm sharing this with you guys because it's a learning experience, right? There's no hate to her. There will never be any hate to her. Like, she's an amazing person. Again, like, we're all humans, you know, we're not perfect. We fuck up, we make mistakes. But I ended up like saving her career. I was like, "Nah, I'm not pressing any charges. Like, I love her. I love that young lady. But right now, fuck her," and blase. All that shit ended up happening. And I mean, yeah, I almost destroyed my career. I almost destroyed my entire military career right there. I could have destroyed her entire military career right there. But at the end of the day, I'll always love her. At the end of the day, like, because I don't believe in hate, because all hate is just a lack of understanding. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was genuinely a good person, and like, we all fuck up. We all make mistakes. I'm not fucking perfect, y'all. That's why I get on here and talk about the shit that I talk about, because I've been through so much shit in life. It's crazy. But the key takeaway from that is, right, a lot of people, they tell me when they hear that story, they say, "That wasn't your fault. There's no excuse for her putting her hands on you. Like, especially, you're a good man, you know, you shouldn't, and you don't hit women back." I'm like, yeah, but I fucked up. Like, I made mistakes. You know, I fucked up, and that's the way she chose to handle it. And as a man, I didn't lead that situation properly, because I had all the information I needed, because I knew my old chick so well. I knew her so well, and I knew she didn't mean the shit she was saying. So I really feel like the key takeaway from this, right, is there's two words in life that I learned that give me my power back. It's my fault. It's my fault that shit happened. And what that allows me to do is it allows me to take my power back. That's what it allows me to do. Anybody who's in the military or thinking about joining the military, man, you guys know how crazy shit can get. But that's just one thing about me. Like, I'll never put my hands on a woman. I just won't do it. There's something in me. I just feel like I'm here, like, to protect women, even if they do, like, with the whole DV stuff. Like, at the end of the day, as a man, I feel like I'm here to protect women and help women, not put my hands on them. That's just the way I look at it. And my mother actually disagrees with me there. She's like, if my mother, and I quote, my mother has told me, she's like, if a bitch put her hands on you, you lay her ass the fuck out. If she want to act like a man, treat her like a man. And I'm like, moms, and my mom is gangster as fuck, by the way. Like, I try my best not to cuss around my mother, but my mother's from New York, man. My mother's from the projects. So she's real gutter, real gangster, but still at the same time, she's real ladylike and real feminine. So, but yeah, I told her, I was like, mama, to be real with you, like, I completely disagree. Like, I just disagree with that. And she's like, that's okay, because me and her can have these conversations because me and her are so much alike and we have so much respect for each other. And my mom's like my best friend, dog. My mom's always been there for me for the most part through everything. My mother sacrificed a lot. So, and I just do my best to be a man that she could be proud of. I know this was a different kind of video today, guys, girls, men, women. I know this was a different type of video today, but if you guys enjoy this, let me know. And I'll gladly share a bunch more of my experiences. If you guys have questions about the military, if you guys have questions and want to know more about me, if you guys need any advice when it comes to entrepreneurship, just let me know. If it's certain situations you guys would like me to talk about or address, like, let me know, y'all. Like, I'm here for you. Like, deadass, I'm here for y'all. I love you guys, and I got your back for life. But never put your hands on anybody in a relationship. Don't do it. Man or woman, you're better than that. And, you know, at the end of the day, this is a quote that I've heard from one of my mentors, and my life really changed when I heard this quote. And the quote goes, when a man is right, his world will be right. And oh man, was I a piece of shit back then. Hey, like, for real. But, you know, 2020 hindsight, we learn from shit like this. I'm not perfect. She's not perfect, but guess what? I got love in my heart for everybody, because the Bible says to love thy neighbor. I love you guys. Never quit on your goals. Always keep it moving and keep it pushing. Don't let anybody tell you what you can and cannot achieve. You are limitless. Let me know if you guys like this type of video, and let's fucking win.